Hey guys, what's going on? This is Nasa, aka the Real Estate Guru. I'm not your guru, I'm your guru because I actually do this business. And today I'm just answer a few questions that I got into my message inbox on YouTube. So if you guys have any questions, you can go to my blog and email them in. If you want me to make a video about it, or you can message me on YouTube like this particular individual did. So I want to say thank you, Brent, for doing that, and I'm going to answer your questions. All right. First question is how to fix and flip. As a few of you know, this is not my first project. It's my first project done right and bought right, and me having the knowledge as an investor. I actually did a fix and flip, I want to say 7 years ago now in New Jersey. Me and my partner, we lost $7,000 a piece. So so I moved down here, bought some properties wrong. 2010, learned about creative real estate, and learning about creative real estate. In 2011, I got my first deal. So let me address this question: how to fix and flip. So what I did was, this deal came in from a abandoned sign, and the individual told me the numbers. The numbers were smoking hot. I knew that. I knew the neighborhood. So I contracted the property. They needed time. So fortunately, they needed time. So they needed about 90 days to go through the whole probate process. And what I did in the meantime, I was looking for successful rehabbers, and I called about 3. One made an offer. One said no, it's not there for us. Another one said, hey, yeah, I would love to work with you. The numbers work. Another one said, look, if that second guy doesn't work with you, I'll buy the house from you, or we can partner up, whatever you want to do. And I had the house at $46,000. Somebody made an offer to me, said, hey, look, if you want $65,000, I'll give that to you. So, but like I said, I knew my numbers were right. So back to the fix and flip part. I proposed to some successful people, hey, look, let's partner up. You bring the money, and I learn, and we split the back end. And this particular person said, hey, look, they told me in previous conversations, as long as we get our returns, we'll be willing to do a 50-50 split on the back end. So they're looking for X amount return on their money. And they said, hey, look, as long as they get their return, they have no problem with doing that. So on this particular deal, I knew their return was there. And I didn't know it was there as much as when he sent me the conservative numbers over. So the conservative numbers were $46,000, $100,000 purchase price. So that's $146,000. Sell it for $250,000. So we were looking to split about $40,000. These people brought the money. There's no payments involved. Which normally, if you go to a hard money, a hard money lender will want payments. And if you, depending on your experience, he might want skin in the game as well. Might require 10 to 20% down payment, and you have to show him that you can make payments for 6 months. Now, back to this particular deal. With this particular deal, so that's the breakdown of the numbers. They were going to bring the $100,000 for the rehab and the purchase price. Basically, I'm in the deal right now about $3,000 or so, and that's $500 that I gave to the sellers to hold the property, and actually, what else? $2,500 for plans. I got a really good deal on plans. Plans can run some people $7,000, $10,000, $5,000, but fortunately, my partners have a relationship with an architect that gives them great deals. So plans, we thought they were going to be $3,000. They were only $2,500 for the plans. So that's where we were at with the numbers. So I partnered up with them. And how did we structure this deal is one of the next questions. The way we structured this deal was, you structure the deals how the person bringing the money feels comfortable with doing. Okay, this is the way we did it. We did a joint venture agreement, and I got the deed into my entity, and they are in first position with a first mortgage for the amount of money that they put in. So they're going to be in first position for 150. So for example, let's say I was a unethical person or a crook. What I could do is, if I were to sell the property, they would get paid back everything that they put in. But of course, I wouldn't do that. But they have to protect themselves, and that's how we made our agreement to do that. So, how to structure, how to deal with contractors. All right, they were successful rehabbers already, so they already had their contractors in place. So it was more like, hey, look, I got a job for you over here type of thing. I wish I can get in more detailed process, but unfortunately I cannot, because they were already successful and they already have their team. And as some of you know, dealing with contractors can be a nightmare. And I'm speaking from experience on rental properties and on that fix and flip in New Jersey. So that sums it up, how I was able to do this fix and flip. And that is a way that you can do it as well. You can structure it. So basically, if you're good at finding deals and you know someone who's successful at rehabbing, you can say, hey, look, if I bring you a deal, would you be willing to split 50-50 on the back end? Some people are going to say no. Some people are going to say yes. Some people are going to say, hey, look, if I get my return of 20 or 30% on top of my money, I'll do that on the back end. Some people are going to say, well, I'll give you 10 or 15% on the back end. It all depends between you and the person. You know, I was blessed to get 50-50 on this one. I might do another one. The numbers might not be there. The spread might not be there. So I know when I bring them a deal, the spread has to be there so that it makes sense for everybody. It has to be a win-win. But that's pretty much how we structured this particular deal. And as I always say, and I tell people, relationships are key. And people didn't start dealing with me until I started dealing with myself by making a name for myself, actually doing the necessary work that it takes. So to answer your question in a nutshell, just go out there, find some deals, and once you get good at finding good deals that are fix and flip deals, and find those successful rehabbers. Where can you find them at? You can find them in your local RIA and meetup groups. They might be on your cash buyers list. Build a relationship with them. Next deal they come look at, hey, look, man, let's go to lunch. Let's talk, you know, and see what you can do for them. And that's basically it. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I wish you much success in life and in your business.